Chapter 1. A Letter Home.
From Pleskit Meenom on the occasionally terrifying planet Earth to Mactel Giebert on the longed-for planet Heavy. Dear Mactel, I do not think I will ever understand this planet. I thought I was starting to get along in school. I thought I was learning how Earthlings think. I even thought I was starting to understand about being cool. Unfortunately, there has been another incident. The good news, it was mostly not my fault that I lost the brain of the grandfatherly one. The bad news, it was enough my fault that I still got in a lot of trouble. Tim was involved again. Unfortunately, during much of the trouble, we were barely speaking to each other. I have discovered that Earthlings handle friendship differently than we do. Also, they can be very sensitive. Once again, Tim and I have prepared an account of the entire appalling story. You'll find it in the attached files. Some of them are entries from Tim's journal, made during the time when things were difficult between us. Are you ever going to come to Earth to visit? The place is strange but fascinating. I can almost guarantee you a trip that will be, if nothing else, interesting. Write soon. From Ixbliblum, your pal, Pleskit.
Chapter 2. Security.
No, we're not interested. I slammed down the phone in disgust. Oh, another reporter? Asked my mother with a sigh. You got it. Offering money? I paused. Yeah. Mom sighed again. I didn't blame her. Ever since I had made friends with the first alien kid to go to school openly on Earth, we had been bombarded by reporters wanting to buy my story. But I knew Pleskit and his fatherly one didn't want that kind of publicity. I knew, too, that you don't sell out a friendship that way. Mom completely agreed with me about not selling my story to a reporter. But it wasn't easy to keep turning down that money, especially since Mom's job barely paid enough to keep the two of us going. Don't worry about it, Tim, she said when she saw my face. We'll be fine. She was worried about me worrying about her, which worried me. Sometimes I wonder how long a circle like that can go on. That call came on Sunday evening. Reporters don't seem to worry about things like regular business hours and family time and stuff. On Monday morning, Mom drove me and my upstairs neighbor, Lindsay, to school. Uh-oh, said Lindsay as my mother dropped us off in front of the building. Looks like things have gotten weird again. Since Lindsay is screamingly normal herself, she can spot weird from a mile away. But you didn't have to be normal, something I personally have never managed to achieve, to realize something was cooking at school. The sight of 8 black limousines, not to mention all the men and women wearing sunglasses and dressed in black, was a good clue. Our school has been very security conscious ever since Pleskit got here, of course. Even so, we hadn't seen this many agents since the day he arrived. I wonder what's going on, I said. Lindsay gave me a little punchy-wunchy. That's what she calls it when she socks me on the biceps because she thinks I'm being dippier than usual. Wake up, Einstein! Or did you already forget that our class was held hostage by a disguised alien last week? How could I forget? I was the one the alien was looking for. Don't pat yourself on the back too hard, Tim. Mikta Makta Mukta wanted Pleskit too. It was just that you couldn't be found because you were only 2 inches high. Anyway, the point is, that's why all the security. You can't have an incident like that and not expect them to crank up the safety measures. I would think you'd know that from all that stupid science fiction you watch. I sighed. Lindsay used to be more fun to hang out with. When we got to the door of the school, a tall woman wearing a security badge that said Ellen Sanchez asked for our names and what class we were in. Then she checked us against a page of photos to make sure we were really who we said we were. I figured that would be enough. But when she waved us inside, we found another checkpoint. Here, we had to step into a metallic-looking blue box, about the size of a porta-potty. "What does this thing do?" I asked.
A complete body scan.
Replied the guy who was operating it.
Checks to make sure you're not really an alien in disguise. Also makes a record of your DNA, so we can identify you in the future if necessary.
I wasn't sure I liked that.